Back in 2017, we got the DCU executives version of Justice League. But now, it looks like in 2021 we might finally be getting the Justice League movie we've all been hoping for. Woohoo! That's right, baby. Hashtag release the Snyder Cut. It is happening. Yes. So last week we were starting to get some speculations, some rumors, little whispers around the internet that, hey, guess what? Guess what? HBO Max is going to have the Snyder Cut of Justice League on it. And up until this point, up until today, there were really no credible, I mean, all the sites that were reporting this were ones that report all kinds of stuff, and 90% of it isn't even true. So I took it with a grain of salt, but now we are actually getting confirmation. We are getting official reports that the Snyder Cut is going to be on HBO Max in 2021. Now here's some more of the details too. This is what I thought was fascinating. It's said to either be, get this, a 4-hour epic or a 6-part TV type of series, if you will, which is interesting to me. I really don't know how I feel about chopping it up into 6 parts. I see why they would do that, because then you can have anticipation and everything. But to me, I would rather just get the whole movie just all in one package. Let me have it. We've waited long enough. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. You know that I love Man of Steel. I think it's the best superhero movie. To me, it's my favorite superhero movie. It is 100% it encapsulates everything to me about Superman. Even though that it's more grounded and a little bit more gritty, if you want to say that, but there, at least to me, I always felt that sense of hope. That Superman still had that optimism and that hope, even whenever that he's having the interview with Lois Lane. He say, in my language, in my culture, this is not an S, it's a symbol of hope. And he was trying to embody that and everything. And yeah, we never really got, we got a taste of like the Boy Scout Superman in Justice League. But let's all be honest. I mean, Justice League is a hot mess of a movie. I can still enjoy it while recognizing that there are immense problems with the movie. And that is just a mishmash. It is the executives getting scared because, oh, well, it's different than the MCU. And people are complaining about that. Look, I liked the fact that it was different than the MCU. I don't know about you guys, but I enjoy food. And I don't want everything tasting exactly the same. If I'm going to have a steak, I want to have a steak. If I'm going to have a hamburger, I'm going to have a hamburger. If I want to have some chicken Alfredo, I want to have some chicken Alfredo. And I'll be danged if it's all going to taste the same. I like having that different flavor. The MCU has its own unique flavor, and I felt like we were starting to get a taste of the DCU flavor, but the executives got scared. I understand. Okay, Man of Steel was divisive. Some people didn't really care for it. Batman v Superman was divisive, and they had already kind of started messing with it, and they forced him to cut it down. And cut the time, and I'll give you that sometimes, you got to really be paying attention to Batman versus Superman to get the subtleties that are in there, but they're there. And to me, all in all, I found it to be a very, very enjoyable movie. Ben Affleck is my favorite Batman. So then we come into Justice League. People are all, the executives are worried that, people aren't really liking our movies, Your movies are making money, guys. Man of Steel made money. Batman v Superman made money. It may not have made quite as much as you wanted it to, but it made you money. Okay? And then Justice League comes out. This is your opportunity to really hit it out of the park. People are expecting a long movie. What do you tell them? What do you tell Joss Whedon whenever you come in to have him quote unquote fix the movie? You tell him, keep it under 2 hours. Look, this is Justice League we're talking about. Okay, and all you naysayers, you don't have to have a 3+ hour movie for it to be good. You gotta turn it down and it's gotta... Shut up. Okay? Yeah, you don't have to have a 3+ hour movie for it to be a good movie. And, yeah, okay, you want to make the argument, well, if you're a good storyteller, you shouldn't need that much time. Well, then I guess the Titanic and Avatar and Avengers Endgame and all of these movies are just crap, right? Wrong. Okay, it just depends on the material. It depends on what kind of story that you're telling. And Zack Snyder, he's been very, very vocal on social media, in case you guys haven't noticed. And he's been very upfront and open, as much as he can be without getting into legal trouble, I think, about what his plans were for the DC universe. And Justice League was going to be a 3-part thing. There were going to be a trilogy. He had a trilogy planned for Justice League movies. And they were going to be extremely epic in scale. And we got little hints of it in Batman vs. Superman, which is why I think for some people, maybe even now that Justice League, the one that we got, really tapered off and backed off of the Zack Snyder dream, why some of it doesn't make sense. Like the Flashpoint visions and all of that. That was setting up for Justice League. The Flash was going to be traveling back. He even says, "Oh, I'm too early, right? I'm too early." That was hinting towards what was going to be coming in Justice League. And if you guys have also seen the new animated movie that came out, Justice League Dark Apocalypse War, there were a lot of elements from the scrapped Justice League trilogy that was put into this animated movie. And I mean, it's just amazing the stuff that he was planning and how grand and epic of a scale they were going to. It was going to be dark, gritty, and fun. I mean, this thing was going to be absolutely bonkers, crazy, and chocked full of comic book richness and delicious goodness. It was going to be awesome. And, you know, even it's already been confirmed that the general that we see in Man of Steel and Justice League, the one that Lois Lane goes to talk to in Batman vs. Superman about the bullet, that's Martian Manhunter. That's the freaking Martian Manhunter. And he was going to have a role in it. We were going to get the Green Lanterns. All of this. And we saw one in that flashback of the original war. We saw all that. But we were going to actually get, like, possibly see Kilowog and Jon Stewart maybe even, and Hal Jordan. We were going to get the ones we've been wanting to see. He had such a visionary plan, and they pulled the plug on it. So, for the longest time, ever since Justice League came out, there has been release the Snyder Cut. And you guys probably already know all about this. I'm just breaking this down because I cannot believe that this day is finally here. Because not only are we getting the Snyder Cut released, the biggest problem with getting the Snyder Cut released has always been that the post-production on it was not done. They had not done the reshoots that were needed to do, because when you're making a movie, you go back and you look and you think, oh, okay, that doesn't quite flow right there. We need to kind of reshoot this scene a little bit, and you don't really know what needs to be done and where you need stuff until you start cutting the movie together. So there was no way for them to have done that. The CG and a lot of the stuff on it wasn't finished, which you can make the argument that the CG was not finished in the Justice League that we got. So now we're hearing that we're going to get this either 4-hour epic or 6-part TV show type done. But not only that, but the post-production, the CG, everything like that is supposed to be finished. That's what these reports are saying. So we are finally, after 3 years, we are finally going to get the Justice League movie that we have all wanted to see. No more Cavill mustache. No more bad, uh, CG on the villains, everything like that. A shallow, just uh, trying to please the people movie, which it did not. We are actually going to get the Justice League movie, the epic scale Justice League movie that we have always wanted to see. And guys, I could not be happier. Let me know in the comments down below. What do you guys think about this? Are you excited for it? Are you going to be getting HBO Max when it comes out? I know I will. I mean, from a business standpoint, this is a amazing decision because people have been wanting this forever, and you're going to use this to help launch HBO Max. This is going to put it over the roof. It'll probably do better than Disney Plus did just because of this. But let me know, guys. What are your thoughts? Are you excited about this news? And until next time, keep geeking out.